to the back of your mat, right? And we're just going to inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, take a nice little forward fold, bend a little bit through the knees. As you come up for that halfway lift, I want you to bend the knees, draw the chest into the thigh, and draw the gaze forward. Beautiful, forward fold, and begin to roll up again. Reaching the arms up and overhead. This time take the hands in through heart center. Let's dive back down slowly. Release the fingertips down. Inhale again to a halfway lift, but bend the knees, draw the gaze forward. And then forward fold. So one more like that. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. This time swan dive. Beautiful. As you come to that halfway lift, bend the knees, draw the chest over the thigh, gaze comes forward. Beautiful, forward fold. Inhale, roll it up. Reach the arms up and overhead, but this time bring the palms together and find a little bit of a back bend. Beautiful. Draw the thumb knuckles into third eye center. Right? Just tapping into that divine wisdom, that divine guidance. Beautiful. Come back through center. Bring the hands to the lips. Just being so mindful of the power of your word today. The words that you speak to yourself and to those around us. Beautiful. And then bring hands into heart center. Tapping in, right, to those intentions. Infusing that heart center with the courage to move forward from your truth. Beautiful. And then bow, forward fold. Release the fingertips all the way down to the mat. And again, one more time, halfway lift, but bend those knees. Gaze comes forward. Forward fold, walk the hands forward, coming into a down dog, and just paddle the feet out. Right? Let's just paddle the feet out. Bring some space to the back of the legs. Beautiful. And then walking the hands forward, let's come to the front of the mat and just find a nice little easy seated pose. Beautiful. Reach fingertips to either side of the body. Inhale, sweep and reach arms up and overhead. Palms come together again. Thumb knuckles come into third eye center. Just tapping into your own wisdom and guidance. Hands come to the lips, knowing that power of your word. And then hands come into heart center. And just bow the chin, the forehead down to the earth. Doesn't matter how far you come. Just tap and seal. Beautiful. Inhale, reach the arms again. Up and overhead. This time grab a hold of the left wrist and just pull it up and over. Inhale back through center, right wrist. Up and over. And then back through center. Release the palms. Facing one another again. Let the gaze lift. Beautiful. Gaze comes back to center. Just float the hands all the way down to the earth. Hands are going to come to the tops of the knees, and you bring index and thumb together. Close the eyes and just settle into your natural breath. Right? Taking a moment to notice and to tune in, tap in to the landscape of you. And I wanted to begin our practice with a beautiful quote from a 13th century Zen monk, Mo Men, talking about the seasons of our life. And he says, the flowers say it, the moon, the breeze, the snow. Each time we pause to notice the living world around us, it blesses us and says, may your mind be unclouded and may every season be the best season of your life. Right? So there's always that outward season, but also the internal season that we go through in our lives. Right? And maybe even at this time, we go through all seasons in one day, the challenges that we are facing. But allow each season and allow each time to give you the lessons that you need, to give you the strength and the courage to always move forward in your truth, in joy, and love. Take a few more moments just right here in silence to set your intention. Beautiful. take a nice deep inhale in through the nose. Lengthen through the spine, hold the breath, squeeze the body, squeeze the root lock. So your pelvic floor muscles, come up and in. Navel's gonna come to the spine. And then exhale, release, gently flutter the eyes open. So this morning we're gonna start off with a Kundalini meditation. And it is the Caliber for Life meditation. And with Kundalini meditations, they're always working to build the nervous system, right? So that when you face challenges, i.e. right now, in your life, you're able to handle it with maybe a little bit more strength and grace. It also helps if you're feeling a little down and depressed, right? Or a little discouraged. So this should help us to kind of endure whatever we have going on. So it's going to go like this. The right hand comes out, and you're going to make a nice little fist, right? Thumb knuckle is going to reach up towards the sky, and then the left hand is going to wrap around, okay? Thumbs are going to come out to a nice little V, right? And your gaze is going to continue out in front, okay? So with the breath, we're going to inhale in through the nose, and you're going to exhale for 8 counts out. But as you exhale, you want to pull the navel to spine. So it's going to go like this. Inhale in through the nose, and then inhale, and then again exhale through the mouth with, okay? So just do what you can do. If you need to take a rest, you take a rest. And again, gaze is going to come out in front. We're just going to do it for a few minutes. And as always, you do what you can do. Okay? Inhaling in through the nose, and then out through the mouth, pulling navel to spine. Long and deep inhale in. Keep the arms outstretched in front, looking at that V. Simple, not easy. Hang in there, one more minute. In the home stretch. Inhale, hold it. exhale through the mouth. One more time, inhale if we can. Let's hold for about 10-15 seconds. Pulling that root lock in. Gaze comes right out in front. Beautiful. Exhale, release the hands down. Close the eyes, right? Just kind of shake it out. Breathe. Take a moment, right, to just consolidate. Let that prana move where it needs to move. Beautiful. Again, inhale in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Gently open the eyes. Beautiful. Take the legs out in front and just give them a nice little shake. Beautiful. And then bend the knees. We're going to come into a nice little half boat, right? So hands come under the thighs. If it feels okay and you feel like you're kind of ready to move a little bit more, maybe you extend the legs out. Hands can come alongside the body, or you can reach the arms straight up and overhead. Flex the feet, right? And if you need to, you can always come back, right? If you're in that full boat pose. Beautiful. Bend the knees. Take again the hands behind the thighs. Hands are going to come now behind the hips, right? So we're just going to draw the knees in and out. That's it, right? In and out. You move at your pace. In, out. That's it. In, out. We got it. In, out. In, out. In, out. Just for 10. Almost there. Beautiful. Just for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give yourselves a nice big hug. If you can keep those toes lifted, keep them lifted. A little bit of a hug. Breathing in, breathing out. Beautiful. Now you can tap the toes down, or you can keep the toes lifted. We're just going to do a little twist side to side, right? So let's bring hands into heart center. Twist to one side, drawing that elbow down, and then the other. That's it. Just go, right? And if you need to, you drop the toes down. All right, hinging back, you want to engage that core, right? So we're firing up that sun center, that third chakra. Twist and twist. Draw it all the way down. Opening up that side body. Working the obliques. Beautiful. Just for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, if you can, come back to center. Keep the legs lifted. If you like, you can grab the toes and extend the legs out, right? If that's an option. If not, keep the knees bent, right? Hands can stay behind the thighs. You do you always. Breathe. Beautiful. Take a nice little forward fold. Easy seated, and just reach the arms out in front. Melt that forehead down. Breathe in and out. Beautiful. Walk the hands over towards the right side of your mat. Just take a nice long reach. Beautiful. Walk the hands through center. Take it over towards the left. Again, nice long reach. Beautiful. Come back through center. Let's roll right up and into our tabletop pose. So, spreading the fingers nice and wide, right? Wrists under shoulders, knees under the hips, and let's start with cat-cow to warm up that spine. So inhale, belly drops, tailbone rises, gaze lifts, and then exhale, release and round it out. Curl chin into chest. Inhale. Beautiful, and exhale. So just move at your pace. Feel free to just close the eyes. Right, this is again our just meditation in motion. Lubricating the spine, creating that flexibility of body and mind, right? Keeping our minds flexible and open to just new ways of thinking and being, right? This time is challenging us with that, especially, right? Taking us out of our routine. So keeping ourselves flexible and youthful. Beautiful. Take a few more rounds. Maybe slow it down, maybe pick up the pace. back to center, and then I want you to tuck the toes. So we're just going to bring the knees to a hover, right? Keep that tabletop back for this moment. Beautiful. Pull the navel to spine. And then we're going to do that nice little kind of crouching tiger. So I want you to begin to sink the glutes over the heels. Keep the arms stretching out in front, right? As if you were going to pounce like a cat. Beautiful. Come back up with those knees in a hover, and then extend the legs up to the sky so you're in your down dog. Beautiful. Let's do it again. Knees come to a hover, and then sink the glutes over the heels, right? They're just hovering above the heels as if you were going to pounce that prey. Beautiful. Come back into that tabletop, knees in a hover, and extend the legs up, back to down dog. Beautiful. Let's just take that one more time. Come back with knees in a hover, and then sink it back, arms reach out. Breathe in, breathe out. Beautiful. Knees come to a hover. Just hold here for 5. And then pop those hips up. Extend the legs. Back to your down dog. Paddle the feet out. Breathing in, right, and breathing out. Beautiful. And then drop the knees, keep the toes tucked, walk the hands back, and just come onto your heels, roll the wrists out. So you're sitting in a hero's pose, but you're also stretching out those arches. Beautiful. And then let's come back into that tabletop pose. Untuck the toes, maybe just tap them out a little bit. Beautiful. And then we're going to draw that left shin so that it's parallel with the earth, right? And we're just going to begin to circle that hip around. Doesn't matter which way, we'll reverse it. So just circling that hip around. Beautiful. Come back to center, and again, just reverse the direction. Whatever direction you're going in, just reverse it. Beautiful. Come back to center. Keep the foot flexed. Keep the knee bent. We're going to take the knee in and back and up. In and up. Keep the knee bent. In and up. That's it. Keep going. Breathing. Just 4 more. 1 more. Beautiful. Now extend the leg out. We're going to cross this left leg over the right. Just let the gaze come over that right shoulder, and then bring it back to center and lift that leg. Beautiful. Cross and tap and center. Cross and tap and center. Cross and tap and center. Keep going. Again, just 4 more. Last one, hold. So cross that leg over, let the gaze come over that right shoulder. Beautiful. Now bring the leg back to center, and then we're going to take it out to the side. So that left leg's going to extend out to the side. Beautiful. Walk the hands all the way up. So you're in a nice little gate pose. Take a hold of that right wrist and just pull it up and over. Beautiful. Come back through center. Float that right hand all the way down to the mat. And if you have a block, you can use a block. And if you can, let's lift that left leg. Beautiful. Lengthen through that left arm. Right, so just finding a nice modified side plank. Feeling length. Keeping that leg lifted. Right, starts to get heavy. Breathing in, breathing out. Beautiful. Float that foot down. Take the hands out in front, and then draw that left knee in. Just take it down into a nice little child's pose. Releasing any tension in the wrists. Just melt that forehead down. Maybe a little rock gently side to side. Beautiful. And then again, let's ripple out through the spine. Come back into that tabletop pose, and we'll do the opposite side. So that right shin comes to parallel, and you're just going to begin to circle the hip around. Right, so just nice opening here. Bring it back to center and reverse. Beautiful. Bring the leg back to center. Keep the knee bent, foot flexed. The knee's going to come in and up. In and up. That's it. Four more. And one. Beautiful. Extend the leg nice and long. Nice deep inhale, exhale. Cross it over the left leg and then bring it back to center. So cross and tap. Gaze comes over that left shoulder and center. Cross and tap and center. Keep going. Four more. Last one, just hold, right? So drop those toes down, gaze comes over that left shoulder. Beautiful. Now bring it back to center. Float that right leg out to the side. Same thing. Hands come up. Reach the arms up and overhead. Take a hold of that left wrist and up and over. Breathe into that left side body. Beautiful. Come back to center. Float that left hand down, right? Lift your right leg if you can. If not, you keep the toes down on the mat. And right arm comes up and overhead. So ear draws alongside the bicep. Just find that length. Flex that right foot. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Hold and lengthen. Beautiful. Drop that foot down. Release again. The hands, walk them out in front. Slide that right knee back. Separate the knees and just take it back into a nice little child's pose. Arms reaching out. Maybe a little shift of the hips, gently side to side. Beautiful. And then let's ripple up through the spine. Walk the hands forward. Tuck those toes, pop those hips up to the sky. So you're in maybe a nice wide-legged down dog. So feet are almost to the inside edges of the mat. And just let the hips kind of rock side to side. You can even walk the hands back. Let the soles of the feet rest here. So maybe you shorten the stance a bit. Beautiful. Now let's bring the feet back underneath, hip distance apart. Come into your down dog, but just hold here nice and still. So heels are drawing down, hips are reaching high, chest is melting towards the thigh. Breathing in and breathing out. Take just a moment, right, to just really set this tone for the day. Maybe it's just a word, maybe it's a mantra that's resonating with you. I am joy, I am love, I am life. I am here. Beautiful. Now, bend the knees, draw the gaze to the front of the mat. You can take a big hop or you can take just a few steps. We're going to inhale again. Find that halfway lift, but let's bend the knees so that the chest kind of comes onto the thigh. Beautiful. Forward fold and roll it up. One vertebrae at a time, reaching arms up and overhead. Hands come in through heart center. So we're at the front of our mat. Release arms alongside the body. So from here, we're going to draw this right knee up, okay? So you can stay right here, right? Or we're going to reach the arms up and overhead and just extend that leg straight out in front. Okay, so you do you. Breathing in, breathing out. Arms reaching up and overhead with that extended front leg. Beautiful. Float that right leg down. Now from here, arms are going to come alongside the body. We're going to go into warrior three, but we're going to kick now the left leg behind and back. Arms are going to reach alongside the body. Beautiful. We're going to do that one more time. Come back to standing. Arms come along. We float that left foot down. If you can, come right into that extended front leg. Arms reach up and overhead. Breathing in, breathing out. Beautiful. Arms come alongside. Float your right foot down. Come back in again to that warrior three. Oh yeah. Gaze right out in front of the mat. Beautiful. Float the back foot down. You're in a cartwheel open to warrior two. Flip that front palm, reach it up and overhead. So just a nice little reverse. Cartwheel, fingertips down to frame that front foot. Float that left hand down and we're going to come right into a runner's twist. Right arm reaches up and back. Beautiful, come back through center. We're gonna go back up into that reverse warrior. Beautiful, and then that nice little runner's twist. Beautiful, drop this left knee down, okay? We're gonna kickstand it out, and again, come back into that side plank. I'm gonna flip, you're gonna see me now. And reach your right arm up and overhead. So from here, I want you to draw knee to elbow, right? And extend and lengthen. So knee to elbow and lengthen, that's it. Just 2 more. And 1 more. Keep that leg lifted, find that length, right? Beautiful, now from here, we're gonna flip back to center. I want you to drop the right forearm down, drop the right toes, and we're just gonna come into a forearm side plank. Right, so now we're on our right side. Left arm reaches up and overhead, and we're gonna thread the needle, right? So nice deep inhale, exhale, left arm comes under. Inhale, up and under, that's it. 2 more, you can drop that right leg down if you need it, right? Always modifications, 1 more. Reach it up, breathe. Beautiful, float it back. Now you're in just a regular forearm plank. You can drop the knees if you like. Now, so from here, we're gonna shift the weight forward, right? And then take it back, lift that left leg. Beautiful, shift the weight forward, press back and right leg lifts. Forward and left. Forward and right. Forward, left, forward, right. 1 more each side. Left. You got it. Now just hold, hold. 5 seconds, we can do it. We can do it. Beautiful, drop the knees, untuck the toes. Come into Sphinx, right? So your elbows are right underneath your shoulders. And from here, I want you to let the head, keep the upper body kind of lifted, but let the head just drop down. And I want you to begin to make circles. Right, as if you kind of like had a pencil on your chin. Close the eyes and just make circles in one direction. Beautiful, and then take a moment and just reverse those circles. Beautiful, come back to center, and then just nod the head like yes, right? So gaze comes up and down, just to wherever it feels comfortable, right? There's no strain here. Beautiful, bring the head back level, and again, just nod now, no, side to side. And then just coming back to center, pause here again. Eyes can be closed or gaze can come right out in front. Really stretching out not only that upper body, but also the lower back, right? So breathing into that space. Beautiful, and then release all the way down, let the forehead release. Take a moment here, right? Just let your whole body melt into the earth and the mat. And then bend your knees in just a gentle windshield wiper side to side. Beautiful. Extend the legs nice and long. Hands come alongside the chest. Press yourselves through table. Back into child's. Ripple up through the spine. Tuck those toes. Pop those hips up to the sky. Right away, release the right leg behind and back. Float that foot forward in between the hands so you come into a runner's lunge. Let's just let the fingers, if you can, hover. Always feel free to use blocks here if you like. Heart drawing forward. Right, so our chest is just hovering over that thigh. Beautiful, release the fingers down, bend that left knee and hop that foot forward. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale, forward fold. Roll it out 1 vertebrae at a time. Reach the arms up and overhead again. Tap the palms. And then let those wings spread, right? Swan dive all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, a little bend to the knees, and float. Now, again, that right leg behind and back. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead, bring hands in through heart center, and let's just find a nice little twist, a runner's twist on the left side, palms pressed together. Breathing in, breathing out. Beautiful. Square back center, float those hands down. Sweep that left leg behind, back, and up. Bend the knee and open it up, right? Open it up. Circle that ankle around if you need to. Beautiful. And then square it all off. You can drop those left toes or you shift it forward. You take it high to low. Upward facing dog. Toes tuck. Pop those hips up to the sky. Down dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Beautiful. Bend the knees, draw the gaze in the front of the mat. And again, you can take a big hop or a few steps. Inhale, halfway lift. So lengthen through that spine. Lengthen now through the legs. And then take a little forward fold. Roll it up. Exhale, hands in through heart center. And release it out. Beautiful. All right. So we're going to do that left side. So root and ground down through that right foot. Let's draw the left knee up for a moment, right? So find your stability, your base. And then if you can, kick the leg out, arms reach up and overhead. Beautiful. Float that left leg down, float the arms alongside the body, and then you're going to come in again now to that warrior three, opposite side. Beautiful. One more time, bring that right foot, plant it back. If you can, just come right into that extended front leg. Beautiful. Float that left leg down, right leg comes behind and back. Bend through that standing leg. We're going to open up to warrior two. Flip. Left arm reaches up and forward. Beautiful. Cartwheel, fingertips down to frame again that front foot. Left arm reaches high to the sky. We come right into that runner's twist. Beautiful. One more time. Cartwheel back up. Flip, find reverse. Beautiful. Cartwheel down, right into that runner's lunge. Beautiful. Drop that right knee. Kickstand that leg out. We come right into that, right, just into that side plank. Beautiful. Nice deep inhale, exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, tap. Just two more, and one more. Like that. Beautiful. Drop that left foot down. We're going to square back forward, right? But this time, we're going to come down to the left forearm, and we're going to roll into a forearm plank. Yeah? And so you can drop that left leg down if you like, right? So you can just take a little modified. If it feels like it's too much, you can stack or stagger the legs. Right arm reaches high to the sky, nice deep inhale, exhale. Right arm comes underneath the left. Inhale, reach it up and back, and thread. Beautiful, two more, and one more. Reach it up, hold, keep those hips lifted. Now, let's roll it back, and now, again, we're just in our regular forearm plank. And from here, we're just going to tap our knees down, right? So a nice little dance. So one knee comes down and then the other. You keep the hips nice and square, right? So we don't want them hobbling. Sometimes we do, but not this time. Gaze comes right out. Drop the knees if you need to. If not, hold. Navel comes to spine. Beautiful. Just for 5 more. We're almost there. Almost at the finish line. One more. Hold. Beautiful. Drop the knees, untuck the toes. Again, come back into that Sphinx pose. This time, gaze just comes out in front and you breathe, right? I want you to find your breath. Let those hip bones melt down into the earth. Beautiful. Now from here, cross the left arm over the right, or the other way, it doesn't really matter. And then the gaze is going to come over that shoulder. So you almost have like that little perpendicular 90-degree with your arms. Beautiful. Come back through center. Take a breath. And then the opposite side. So for me, it's my right arm crossing over my left. Gaze comes over that left shoulder. Beautiful. Come back to center again. Find a full deep inhale. And exhale. Release all the way down. Again, stack the arms at the forehead. Drop. Take a few breaths right here. Right? Let the hip bones melt. Let yourself feel easy. Maybe a little rock if you need it. Beautiful. All right, now from here, we're gonna reach the arms out in front for Superwoman, Superman pose, and take a little swim. So the same thing, you wanna drop those hip bones into the mat. We're gonna lift upper and lower body. And then you're just gonna start to take a little swim, right? Arms flutter, legs flutter, and we breathe. Beautiful, and hold still, reach, lift, breathe. And lower down. Stack the forehead onto the tops of the hands and just windshield wiper side to side. Beautiful. Extend the legs out, hands come alongside the chest. Press yourselves through table. Beautiful. Ripple it up through the spine. Tuck those toes. Pop those hips up to the sky. Come back into your down dog. And again, right away, now let's lift that left leg behind and back, bend the knee, open it up, circle the ankle around if you need to. Beautiful, square it all off, float that left foot forward in between the hands, and the same thing, fingers are gonna come to a hover, right? Your chest is just coming over the thigh. Breathing, right? Letting that prana, letting that fire build. Beautiful, drop the fingers down. We're gonna float, again, that right foot to meet the left at the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, roll it up. Reach the arms up and overhead, tap the palms. Right, just swan dive, nice and wide. Take up some space, bend the knees. Step again, that left leg behind and back. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. This time we find a runner's twist on the opposite side with palms heart center. Left elbow comes to the outside edge of that right knee. And you can always drop that left knee down if you need to. Beautiful. Square forward, float hands down to frame that front foot. Right leg comes behind, back, and up. And again, you can drop that those right toes down, or you shift the weight forward. You take it high to low. Upward facing dog, toes tucked, pop those hips up to the sky, down dog. Beautiful. Drop the knees, untuck the toes, take it back into a nice little child's, take the arms alongside the body, maybe roll the wrists out, but just find a few easy breaths. All right? Coming back to your center. Let yourself soften and just melt. You can reach the arms out in front if that feels nicer. Just imagine someone just softly pressing on your shoulders and you just melt and ease into the mat. Letting that tension unravel and unwind. Bringing our heartbeat back to a nice steady rhythm. Beautiful. And then again, let's reach those arms out in front, wriggle up, come into tabletop pose. And as we did when we were starting the class, let's tuck those toes in again. Just bring the knees to a hover. A little rounding through the upper body. Maybe even notice if it feels any different now. And then again, let's crouch back, right? So the glutes come just hovering above the heels, arms reach out in front. Toes are tucked. Beautiful. Come back into that tabletop pose and hold, right? So we might feel a little shake in our quads. Beautiful. And then extend those legs all the way up towards the sky and just paddle the feet out. Breathing in, breathing out. Beautiful. Let's again release that right leg behind, back and up. Bend again the knee. Draw the heel into the glute. Open up that hip. Beautiful. Square it all off. Nice deep inhale, exhale. We're going to take that right knee to the right elbow. And we're just going to tap. Kick the leg behind, back and up. 3 more like that. Tap. And take it back. 2 more. Beautiful. 1 more. Beautiful. This time we're going to take that right knee to the right elbow. We're going to let the shin just hover, right? And then we're going to kind of take it over towards the left. Keep the shin hovering. And to the right. Beautiful. Take it left and right. Left and right. 1 more. Beautiful. Float that leg behind, back and up. And then foot comes forward in between the hands. So you're back in a runner's lunge. Now from this time, we're going to reach that right arm out in front. So check your alignment, front knee is over the ankle. You can feel free to drop that left knee if you need to. And then we're going to sweep this right arm up and back. So that right knee is going to open out as we let the gaze come behind and back. And again, you can drop that left knee down. Beautiful. Reach it up and forward. Hold. Just 1 more time. Reach it up and back. Now this time, if you like, drop that left knee down. Maybe grab a hold of the toes. Maybe. Beautiful. Release the hand from the foot. Reach that left arm all the way up and forward. Hands come, or that right hand, hands come inside that front leg and just extend. So find a nice, like, wide pyramid pose here. Beautiful. Give me that bend through the front knee. Heel turn the right foot to the center of the mat, and I want you to spiral the back foot off. So you have right now your warrior 2 legs, but we're going to have a kind of a down dog upper body. So I want you to begin to walk out to the left side of your mat. Hold on to where your legs are, and just reach those arms out in front. So again, thinking about down dog upper body as you have those warrior 2 legs. And again, melt the chest towards the thigh. Breathe. Beautiful. Walk the hands back, right? And then we're going to come all the way over towards the side of our mat. Okay? So the legs are extended nice and wide. We're going to heel toe them in so that we can come up for our goddess. So heels in, toes out. Hands come on one thigh and then the other. Awesome, right? So knees are tracking over the toes. For this, we're going to take our hands behind our head so the elbows are going to draw out to the side. Always do whatever you need to do. And we're going to do like a little tick-tock side to side. So right elbow comes down and then we take it left, right? So it doesn't matter how far you go. Try to keep a bit of length through the spine so that we're not like folding forward. Right, and just really tune into your body. Notice what starts to fire up. Maybe it's a little anger, all good. We're going to burn it all away. Beautiful. Take 2 more each side. That's it, 1 more. Come back to center, hold. Oh yeah, I know, I hear you. I hear you. Beautiful. Extend the heels out, take the arms out to the side, right? So now toes are in, heels are out. Take the hands to the lower back, draw the knuckles down and away, gaze lifts. And then take a little bit of a forward fold, right? All the way down. Shake that head out. Breathe. Beautiful. Drop those fingers down. We're going to walk the hands back towards that right foot. Square the right toes forward. Square the left toes forward. So again, we're back in a pyramid pose, and if you need to, you can even hop that left foot up a little bit. So hands are framing the foot. We, again, have a nice long spine, so no rounding. And just begin to kind of melt that chest over the thigh. Right, again, it doesn't matter how far it's going to come. Breathing in, breathing out. Shake that head. Beautiful. Now come back up again to a nice flat back. Now this time left hand's going to come onto the inside edge of that foot. Take your right hand to the hip and just square it off to the side. Release that right arm straight up. Beautiful. Float that right hand down. Give me a bend back through that right knee. Now kind of wiggle those left toes back a bit so you're in that runner's lunge. Hover the fingers as we did before. Beautiful. Now sweep and reach arms up and overhead. Bring hands in through heart center. So you're in a high crescent. Feel free to spiral the back foot off if you need to, or drop that left knee. And just keep the gaze steady. Breathing in, breathing out. Beautiful. Now from here, we're going to hop that left foot forward and find a nice little tree pose, right? So come onto those left toes. Sweep again, the arms up and overhead. Maybe even find a little interlace, reaching the palms up towards the sky. You can find a little shift over towards the right if you like. Kind of play with your tree, whatever feels right. Beautiful. Come back through center. Release that left leg out. Inhale. Reach arms up and overhead. Exhale. Again, swan dive all the way down. Inhale, halfway left. Bend through the knees. Step one leg back and the other. So we're in a nice little plank pose. Breathing in, breathing out. From here, take the feet just a little bit wider and then the hands a little bit in. So again, you can drop your knees here if you need to. Just pull the navel to spine. We're going to do shoulder taps. So we're going to tap one hand on the shoulder and then the other. So as we did with that forearm plank, if you can keep the hips kind of steady, right? So we don't want to be rocking side to side. And you are going to rock a little bit. Beautiful. Just 5 more. One more. Awesome. Drop the knees, untuck the toes, release yourselves all the way down, scoop the heart forward. Find a cobra. Right, elbows drawing behind the back, gaze lifts. And then round it out. Tap it back into child's. Ripple up through the spine, tuck those toes, pop those hips up to the sky. Down dog, 3 breaths. Breathing in, breathing out. Beautiful. Now that left leg releases behind, back and up. Bend the knee, open it up. Circle it around. Beautiful, and then square it all off. Nice deep inhale, exhale. Left knee comes to the left elbow, tap. Kick the leg behind, back and up. And again, tap. 2 more. 1 more. Beautiful. Bring that left knee to the left elbow, right? So shins just parallel. We're just going to tick-tock the leg side to side. Take to the right and left. Right and left. Right and left. 1 more. Beautiful. Kick that leg behind, back and up. Float that foot forward in between the hands. So we're back in that runner's lunge. And then the left arm reaches forward. Right? So reaching that left arm up and back. Gaze, left knee opens to the side. Beautiful. Now reach it up and forward. Just come back to center. So 1 more time. Reach that arm up and back. From here, drop that left knee down, that right knee down, grab a hold of that right foot. Beautiful, release it out, come back to center. Tuck those back toes, release that knee, and just extend through that left knee, right? Just a nice wide pyramid here. Breathing. And then bend that knee. Spiral the back foot off. So again, you have your warrior two legs. Maybe even heel to this left foot a little bit towards center. Walk now the hands over towards the right. And the same thing, you're just gonna melt that chest. And maybe they don't come as far out, maybe they come out really far. Just listen to your body. Beautiful, walk the hands back. And then let's come over towards, again, the side of our mat. So the same thing, we're gonna come back into goddess. So begin to heel toe the feet in, heels in, toes out. One hand on the thigh and then the other. And maybe you adjust if you need to. Hands are in it. Again, come behind the head, but this time we're going to make circles around. So we're just going to draw that right elbow to the right thigh. And then we're going to take the chest forward so it's all like a nice flat back. We're going to make a circle all the way around. Yeah, let's do it again. Beautiful. If you can, we're going to do 2 more in this direction. Right? And if not, you just hold. All right, come back to center. And we get to do the opposite side, right? So left elbow to left, and we're just gonna reverse the direction. Beautiful. And we reverse. We got it. 2 more. Oh yeah, I feel it. We're gonna feel so energized. 1 more. Beautiful, come back to center, come up onto the toes, release the heels, right? So just hover, oh, so good, we love it, we love it, we love it. Beautiful, drop the heels down again, spiral the heels out, float the hands to the lower back, draw the knuckles down and away, and a nice forward fold. Breathe in, breathe out. Beautiful, float fingers down, right? So we're gonna walk the hands towards that left foot, so to the front of your mat. And you're gonna take that nice pyramid. So again, your right foot might need to kind of hop forward. And just let's melt over that thigh. So keep the long spine, right? We don't wanna be rounding. And just come to where it feels nice. Little bend to that left knee. Shake the head out. Right, let it go. Beautiful, now come back up to that flat back. Right hand, if you have a block or something that you want to use, you can place that right hand on that. Left hand comes to the hip, and again, we're going to square up and maybe release that left hand, maybe. Right, this is pretty deep stretch. Beautiful, float that left hand down. Again, bend that left knee, we're just going to slide that right leg back. So that we're in that little runner's lunge. And as we did before, if you can, again, fingers are just gonna hover here. Beautiful, and then begin to sweep the arms up. Hands come in through heart center. So we're in a high crescent. Lots of work with our legs this morning. Beautiful, and then from here we'll come into our final tree, right? So let's come onto those right toes. Take that tree leg, sweep again, the arms up and overhead. Maybe this time you interlace as we did before. Reach those arms up towards the sky. Ooh, and you take a little, like, kind of hinge over to the left maybe. Whatever feels right. Beautiful, draw that right knee forward, release it out, right? Let's just shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it out. Inhale, arms come up and overhead. Exhale, swan dive all the way down. Inhale, again, halfway left. Exhale, forward fold. 1 more time. Inhale, halfway left. This time, bend the knees and just let the chest again, as we did before, let it just rest on the thigh. Right? Feels nice. Like, ah. Beautiful. And then come all the way down. Bring the soles of the feet together and release yourselves all the way down. Take the arms behind, up and overhead, and just rock the head gently side to side. Breathe. And then just find a little bit of stillness. If you can, let the knees stay open. Beautiful. And then sweep the hands around to the outside of the thighs. Draw the legs together. Draw the knees into the chest. A big hug and a little rock side to side. And then we'll take a little bit of a happy baby, right? So you can grab either peace toe grip or the outside edges of the feet. Soles of the feet reach up towards the sky. You continue with the rock, or you can even like extend one leg and then the other. So let yourselves do what you need to do, keeping that lower back imprinted into the mat. Right, just a little final bit of playfulness, of joy. Bring those knees back into the chest, a big giant hug. One more little pose, right? So extend your left leg out, right knee comes in, and just kick that right leg up. Let's just one time walk the hands up, right? And give that leg a little love, a little massage, right? Little appreciation, thank you for your beautiful legs. Draw that knee down, interlace, and just a little gentle rock side to side. Float that right leg long, left knee comes in, and we kick it up. And we walk the hands up, and we give this left leg a little love, a little appreciation. These beautiful bodies of ours. Bend that knee. Again, interlace underneath the knee and a little rock side to side. Beautiful. Float that left leg long. One more time. Inhale. Reach the arms behind and back. Tighten up all those muscles, right? Tighten it up. Hold that breath. Reach. Ah. And then exhale. Release arms alongside the body. Just soften everything. Let yourselves melt into the mat. Close the eyes. Let's give ourselves just a few more moments, right? In stillness and silence. Always the most important piece of our practice. Today is life, the only life you are sure of. Make the most of today. Get interested in something. Shake yourself awake. Develop a hobby. Let the winds of enthusiasm sweep through you. Live today with gusto. Dale Carnegie. So take just another moment, right, to breathe it in, to breathe it out, to feel appreciation for yourself for all that you did this morning and just for showing up, right? Sometimes the hardest piece for all of us. And just feel really good, right, about this season in your life and those blessings that we never would have experienced if we weren't in this time. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, begin to just wake your body up by rolling the wrist out, moving the fingers and the toes, maybe gently rocking the head side to side. Beautiful. Deepening the breath. And then let yourself roll to one side. take a few nice deep cleansing breaths, right? To maybe just let go of something that you were holding on to. Maybe take a moment to come back to that intention that you set. Right? Decide how you want this day to play out. Breathe in the sunshine. Let yourselves feel joy. Let yourselves feel ease. And then when you're ready, gently draw yourselves up to our final seated pose. Give yourselves a moment to arrive, right? And as always, if you can, keep your eyes closed. Just keep that focus on you, just for another final moment, right? Before we enter back into the world. Beautiful. And then take fingertips to either side of the body. One more time. Let's inhale, sweep and reach arms up and overhead. Palms come together. Let's bring those thumb knuckles into third eye center. And just take a moment, tap into that divine wisdom that each and every one of us has, right, to guide us wherever we are in our lives. Know that is there for you always. And then take the thumb knuckles to the lips. And just being incredibly mindful of the power of our word and how we can uplift, right, one another each and every day by the kindness and the compassion that we speak. And then hands into heart center, right? And let your chin just bow into the chest. And take a final moment to bless yourselves with these courageous hearts to always move forward in life from your own heart center and from your own truth, right? And as always, finishing with the beautiful words, Namaste. The Divine Light Me honors the Divine Light in each and every one of you yogis. As always, the gift of your time is the greatest gift for me. Thank you so much. Enjoy this beautiful sunny Saturday that we were given. And thank you so much for coming out this morning. I love it. Thank you.